Okay. So installing Python. After that, basic syntax. So what is the syntax for representing, for writing Python program and interactive shell? So which is an editor, open editor for writing the Python programs. So after that, you how to editing the file, how to save the file, how to running a script. So this is installation procedure, basic thing. So installation procedure. Next, the concept of data types. Concept of data types. So already we know in C programming language, we have uh, some basic data types, derived data types. Okay. Um, so these things, the concept of data types, whatever the basic data types available. So same thing here also we can learn. Okay. So next, variables. Same topic, variables also. See, any programming language, variable concept is same. Okay, any programming language, but some way of representation is different sometimes. And how to assign a value to the variable, and immutable variables. Immutable variables. Okay, we will further we will learn what is meant by immutable and immutable variables. How can you declare immutable variables? These things. And next topic, numerical types. Numerical types and arithmetic operators and expressions. Okay, in this Python programming, so arithmetic operators is same anywhere. The arithmetic operators are same. So what are the operators? What are comes under arithmetic operators? So addition, subtraction,
Subtraction,
multiplication, and
multiplication,
division. Right,
modulus,
division and
mod,
okay. So
power.
comes under the it operators. Okay, arithmetic operators. So comments. How to write a comment in Python program? How to write a comments in Python program? How can you represent the comments? So next, understanding error messages. Understanding error messages. Suppose every programming language having some errors. So how can deal that errors? Okay, please wait a moment, all of you. Okay, sorry for the interruption. So am I audible, all of you? Anyone, please respond in chat box only. Don't.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. See, next, understanding error messages. Understanding error messages. So any programming language having some while writing the programs, we will face some errors. Definitely we will face some errors. So we have to understand those kind of errors and how to solve the errors. Okay, how to solve the errors. So that is nothing but understanding error messages. Okay. So these are topics comes under this unit 1. So first of all, we will go for the conceptual introduction. Okay, what are the topics available in our computer science? So basic things. Already we know we studied in C programming language. Okay, so the first unit in C programming language, first unit is there. So basic things, basic computer introduction. So same thing here also we are going to learn here. right? So just I'm sharing a PPT now. See that PPT. I think I shared PPT. Is it okay? Okay. So see the first slide. So these are the topics under the unit 1. Okay, so for conceptual introduction, same thing I put it here, and here some remaining topics continued here. First of all, what is meant by algorithm? Okay, so this is first topic. So what is meant by algorithm? So if you want to write a programming language, we definitely go for the algorithm. Okay, so what is mean by algorithm? What is mean by algorithm? The sequence of steps that describes the computational processes is called an algorithm. Okay, so here sequences of steps. Definitely, if you have a problem, so if you want to find a solution, for example, take mathematics. How can you solve the problem? In step-by-step manner, you are performing to find out the solution. Okay, so so here you are performing so many steps to solve the problem, and finally you reaches the solution to that problem. Same thing in our computer science, also. So step by step we are performing to give a solution to the problem, right? So an algorithm describes a process that ends with a solution to a problem. So definitely, so what is the purpose? What is the main purpose? Okay, definitely we have to get a solution. Okay, we have to get a solution, so that we are designing an algorithm. Okay, so third point, the algorithm is also one of the fundamental ideas of computer science. Okay, so which is also one of the fundamental idea. We have so many ideas are existed. For example, take another example, flow chart. So that is also one of the way to find out a solution to a problem. Okay, so here also this is the algorithm also one of the fundamental idea of computer science. So next, how can we represent algorithm? Okay, so we have to follow some features to represent an algorithm. So first step, an algorithm consists of a finite number of instructions. Finite number of instructions. Okay, so here instruction is nothing but some rules. You have to follow some rules. For example, if I am the instructor, I want to give some instructions to prepare a paper boat. So in your childhood you prepared. Okay, how can you prepare a paper boat? Okay, so first of all, what we have to take? First of all, what is the first step? So we have to take a piece of paper. Okay, that is step 1. We have to take a piece of paper. After that, so in step 2, what we are going to do? So we just hold the paper. Okay, half of the paper you just fold. Again, some foldings are existed. Finally you are prepared a paper boat. Okay, so what I'm telling, as an instructor, I'm passing some rules. I'm passing some instructions to how to do a paper boat. Okay, so as a listener, what you are doing, you are following my instructions to prepare the boat. Okay, to prepare the board. This is very silly thing, but so this from this example we learn. So what is meant by instruction? So whenever I pass some instruction, so as a user, as a listener, you are following that instruction and performing the some operation, right? So that is nothing but instruction. So here what you are doing, so by if you want to ready the paper board, how many instructions you are performing, how many instructions, finite number of instructions you are performing here. Okay, so this is step 1. Step 2, each individual instruction in an algorithm is well defined. Okay, you have to properly give the instruction, because if your instruction having no meaningful, then what is the purpose to write that instruction, to take that instruction? So if any wrong instruction existed, definitely you may not prepare the paper board. It can some other thing, right? So same thing here also. So if you want to prepare something, so uh, you have to well define that instruction. Okay, well defined. Each individual instruction should be well defined while writing an algorithm. Okay, third one, step 3. An algorithm describes a process that eventually halts after arriving at a solution to a problem. Okay, so whenever you reach a solution for the particular problem, so safely your program must be halt. After finding a solution, your program safely stopped, right? Safely eventually halts. And step 4, an algorithm solves a general class of problems. General class of problems. So these are the steps we have to follow. So to write an algorithm. Okay, to write an algorithm. So next, see an example. An example. Okay. Please wait a moment, all of you. Just give me 1 second. I will be back again. Okay, thank you for waiting. So example 1. See the example. So this is example. Let us take this example. To establish a telephonic communication between two subscribers, the following steps are to be followed. Okay, so generally nowadays all of them having mobile phones within you. Okay, if you want to call your friend, so definitely one communication existed between you and your friend. Okay, first what you are doing here, first of all you have to dial the phone number. You have to dial the phone number. Second step, what you are doing, so phone rings at the called party. So phones ring, so here called party is your friend. So phone rings at your friend and caller, so caller means you. Okay, so caller waits for the response. Waiting, so you are waiting a response from your friend, and a called party picks the phone. Okay, so your friend picks the phone, so conversation begins between them. So after ending the communication, so you have to release the connection. Okay, so these are the steps followed to in between telephonic communication between two subscribers. So this is one algorithm. This is one algorithm. First of all, what you are doing here, you are dialing up the phone, and phone rings at the called party, and caller waits for the response, and the called party picks up the phone, and conversation begins between them. After finally the end of ending, you have to release the connection. That means you are halting. Okay, halting the process. So this is one of the example. So next to see second example also there. So next to see the second example. So this is another real life example. So if you want to communicate through internet, what are the requirements you must have? Okay, see this example. Another real life example is accessing the internet through an internet service provider with dial-up facility. To log on to the internet, the following steps are to be followed. So to log on to the internet, the following steps are to be followed. So mobile phones. So nowadays mobile phones are existed. So you just simply recharging your mobile phones to get a network connection. But in previously, so we have some personal computers like okay personal computers. How can you communicate through your personal computer over the internet? Definitely we have a service provider and some IP. Okay, some IP. Definitely we need something to connect the internet through your system. Okay, so first what we have to do, what are the requirements we need? First of all, see, choose the internet service provider. For example, in our village we have BSNL provider is there, internet service provider. Okay, so for accessing the internet, so step 2, obtain from service provider a dial-up number. So okay, dial-up number we need to obtain from a service provider. Step 3, acquire IP address of the service provider. So this is very important and main thing. This IP address is main thing. So through this IP address only we are connecting to the internet. Okay. So step 4, some login ID and password also we acquired. We need to acquire some login ID and password for our personal communication, for our personal. Okay. So fifth one, run the internet browsing software. You have to run the internet browsing software. For example, take Mozilla or Google Chrome or Internet Explorer, whatever the browser existed, you just run that internet browsing software. Okay, so these are the connections. These are the steps involved in the to connect with the internet. Connect with the internet from your personal computer. Okay, from your personal computer. So see what are the requirements you need. First of all, choose the internet service provider. Okay, internet service provider for accessing the internet. Second one, so one dial-up number we need. Third one, IP address we need. Fourth one, some login ID and password we need. And finally, you run the internet browsing software. So these are the steps. See, these are all instructions. All instructions we need to follow to connect internet. To connect internet from your laptop or from your PC. Okay. So this is a second example, writing an algorithm. So this is real example. For example, take another example to, for example, real ATM. You take ATM machine. If you want to withdraw some money, through ATM, what you are doing? First of all, what you are doing? Step 1, you have to enter an ATM machine in front of the ATM machine. So please, you have to insert a card. Okay, so you have to insert a card. So next step 2, so ATM machine will ask some pin number. Okay, some pin number. Step 3, you have to enter some pin number. Step 4, it's showing some options like mini statement, balance inquiry, withdraw amount, deposit, like that. It asks some options. So here, what is the task you are going to perform? You have to withdraw money from ATM, right? Definitely you are choosing an option, withdraw a money, withdraw. Okay, withdraw option you are going to choose. Okay, so after that, step. So after that step is machine asks enter amount. Enter amount. Okay, we are simply entering an amount. Okay, entering amount. So next step is the machine will give some existed amount. Is it available or not? First of all, it checks the whether our whether amount is existed in our bank. Okay, so if it is available, then only it will send to you. Otherwise, it won't give. So we simply a message will be appeared in your screen, ATM screen. Okay, so this is these are the process to withdraw a money through ATM. Okay, so this is also one of the algorithm. You can take a, an example for an example algorithm. Okay, so how many steps you are performing, so many instructions you are performing to in withdrawal process. Okay, same thing you can take a bank also. Through bank you are going to the bank and fill up some form and giving that form to the person, okay, who are giving money to the user. So you are filling the form and simply giving pass to the bank employer, and he will check all the details. After that he will say, he will give money whatever you require. Okay, same thing. Okay, we have 10 minutes time. Again, right. See, next topic, the structure of a modern computer system. So this is structure of computer modern system. Already you know how many parts are there computer system, hardware and software. Hardware is nothing but consisting physical devices required to execute algorithms. Software is the set of these algorithms represented as programs in particular programming languages. So C, computer hardware, the basic computer hardware components are input devices, output devices, memory, CPU. Okay, memory, CPU. So input devices. For example, take keyboard. So keyboard is one input device. Output device. Okay, so output device, printer or monitor, and so on. These are treated as output devices. Memory. If you want to store some data in our computer, definitely we need a memory, that either it is a random access memory or a random access read only memory. So we anyhow we have two types of memory existed in our system. Okay, so these all are connected through CPU because we have some interaction between them. CPU input devices, you are connected input devices to the CPU, and also output devices, and memory connection is also existed between CPU and memory. Okay, these are the hardware components. Please wait a minute, I will share a PDF form. Okay, so see this one PDF form. And these are the computer hardware, input devices, central processing unit, primary storage, output devices, auxiliary storage devices. Okay, so already in C programming you learned these things. So keyboard here, keyboard can be treated as input device. CPU, central processing unit, for performing some operations like arithmetic logic unit. Okay, arithmetic operations. So here primary storage is there. You can call this primary storage our main memory. Okay, so of course RAM is a main memory, random access memory. Okay, RAM is a main memory, and some auxiliary storage devices also existed because primary memory or main memories, which is a temporary memory. Okay, which is a temporary memory. Primary memory is a temporary memory. So here CPU. Okay, so this is RAM. Okay, this primary storage is RAM, random access memory, and this one ROM, because permanent. You are permanently storing the data. For example, already you know the difference between RAM and ROM. Okay, again I'm going to tell. The RAM is a primary memory, which is a temporary memory. Whenever you open the file in middle of the program, if power fail, if you are facing some power fail. Okay, so after solving the power fail issue, if you open that file, so you have no data in that, because data on that, because that you are opened in temporary mode, you are not saved that file. Okay, if you are saving the file, if you are saved the file, then only you are getting the data. Okay, then only you are getting the data. That is wrong, that is different, because you are already saved on storage devices, permanent storage device. So if data is stored, that can be stored in disk or tape, so that is nothing but wrong. Read only memory, read only memory. Okay, so this is RAM, random access memory. If you want to perform any task, so already existed data can be fetched from secondary memory to primary memory. So this is secondary memory. Already secondary memory is also called as auxiliary storage devices. Okay, primary memory which is also called as main memory, which is a main memory. Main memory, right? So here see the output devices. So we have two output devices here. So monitor, and not only two output devices, we have so many output devices, but here we are seeing monitor and printer only in from this diagram. So the monitor gives a soft copy of the uh, data, and if you the printer gives a hard copy of the data. Okay, so these are the output devices. Uh, these overall, these all are basic hardware components. Okay, basic hardware components. And see the software components. So next of all, software. How many types of software existed? So what is meant by software? What is meant by software? Software is nothing but collection of programs. So collection of programs. Software can be divided into two types here: system software and application software. System software. What is meant by system software? So here system software means and best example is operating systems. Operating systems. For example, Windows is an operating system. Linux is one of the operating system. Mac operating system. Okay, so what is system software? System software means some software is designed by the people, and which is embedded in the chip, for example, best example is take washing machine. So in washing machine, how you are washing your clothes? So three options are there. First option is we need to pour some water and put the number. So put the number. So whenever the number is reached, the washing machine stop that process, and you are drying the clothes, and also you are putting a high level or a medium level, these things. Okay, how these are working, so we are already designed a program. Okay, so we are already designed a program, and those programs can be embedded on the chip. So that chip can be inserted in our washing machine. So this is system software. The best example. Take another example, microwave oven. Okay, microwave oven. So simple, same operation, microwave oven. How you are performing. Okay, so uh, uh, see next one, application software. Application software. So to